Good afternoon, everyone. Mike Yurigan from Golf Brevard, Spessard, Holland, and the Habitat Golf Courses. We had a really good response to some of our questions on our last podcast, and we have a few more questions that came through, and had some great ones. We had some funny ones, and we just really appreciate your support up to this time. And we're going to throw some questions at me, and hopefully I can answer them straightforward. Okay, the question is what's going on with our rates, and when are they going down, and what's happening with that. So starting today, actually, April 15th through the 30th, we've taken all our rates down $10 across the board, and those are our rack rates, loyalty rates, all the rates that we do have. If there's a special rate that we've offered for a 9-hole group, say late in the afternoons or whatever, obviously I can't discount a rate that's going to take the golf for free. So just check with Gary over at Habitat, and Mark and myself here, and Carol over at Greg. Greg's been helping out over here at Spessard with those. But then as of May 1st, we go to our summer rates, and those will be posted soon. They're going to be somewhere in the $30 range in the morning to $25 after lunch, and then the loyalty card holders will get a few dollars off of that. So look for that coming soon. We'll post that, I'm sure, somewhere in the time frame around the third, going into the fourth week of April, so that you'll be able to see that. And you know, I didn't know really what to do in this time frame about trying to figure out what we could do to give a big thank you to everyone that has given their support. Last year I did find out, and I was mistaken when I talked to a gentleman on the phone. We did lower our rates April 15th of last year, and I'm not sure where that came from, but in retrospect, you know, we've always had the May 1st in my mind, that's when we changed our rates. So that's why we dropped the rates on the 15th for $10, and then moving into May 1st. But again, you know, it was a thank you to lower the rates, and then obviously May 1st, that's just our summertime tendency, is obviously it's getting hot, and we want to give back to the community as much as we can. And as that goes forward, with the virus hopefully diminishing and things getting better and better, we'll see more of you out on the golf course. But thank you again for your support. Another good question for all of you that might be new in the area or didn't know. Golf Brevard Inc. Was started back in the 1st of February, I believe, in 2018. And Golf Brevard Inc. has an operating agreement with Brevard County Parks and Recreation, and obviously the Board of County Commissioners, to operate Spessard, Holland, and the Habitat. And we are a 501c3 nonprofit. So anyone that gives back to the property, they're tax deductible. We do put all the monies that we do get back from golf and all the different avenues that we have for revenue goes directly back into the golf course. So that's who we are. Tom Becker is our chairman, and Tom put together with a few other people in the community a board, and they got the designation from the federal government for the 501c3, and we took over operations September 1st of 2018. Can golfers play alone is our next question. Great answer. Great question. Great answer. What's my great answer? Great question. Yes. What we try to do in the morning times is try to pair someone up as a single. Right now, obviously, the way things are, you're more than welcome to come out and play as a single. You can walk at either golf course. We try to pair you up, but singles we won't usually give until an afternoon tee time, unless it's first thing in the morning, daybreak, where you wanted to go out and play a quick 18 or a quick 9. But obviously, that's just a very difficult thing. It's been a stickler in the golf world many times over the years. but we will pair you up. Again, if you're out there and you go out at 9 o'clock and by yourself and you're out there behind 15 foursomes, you're not going anywhere. And obviously that enjoyable time is not going to be great for you if you're out there behind everybody. So, you know, great question, and hopefully I've answered it somewhat correctly. Husband and wife riding in the same cart right now. What we would prefer you to do, obviously, is to ride in the single carts, and that's what we've instituted over the last several weeks. We are trying to remind the staff that you all should go in a separate cart. Legally and binding by the governor, you need to be in a separate cart. So if you please would stay in the separate cart. We know it's probably a little cumbersome, husband and wife. Until I can get further clearance that you can do that, let's take single carts. Thank you. Fantastic question. One of our, I'm going to call this a funny one, which is a great question though. The golf balls, we have a golf retrieval company that comes out at both golf courses. I struck a deal with them to give us 8 cents a golf ball. So obviously if they got 10,000 golf balls out of the lakes, it's pretty simple to do the math at 8 cents a ball. We've been very fortunate that we've got a company that's done a great job. I believe over the last several years, now that we've been in business since September 1st of 2018, we've put in almost $5,000 towards driving range improvements, the ball picker at Habitat, just, you know, several things, flags, you know, anything that we can do to put back into the golf course, and that's why you'll see some new flags and poles, but that's where that money goes. I kind of throw it into that pot for improvements for the golf course, the driving range, putting green area, just signs, just all kinds of things. But we had one gentleman, I think, ask a question if anybody finds his ball with his name on it. That would be a little difficult to do, but I can tell you it went to good use, and we appreciate you hitting the water because we did get 8 cents out of it. So, thank you. Another question regarding nets and or driving range potential at the Spessard Holland golf course. At the PGA show, I introduced, a gentleman was introduced to me that could put a netting up of some type out in front, on our front property out by, behind the second green and next to the cart barn. So with the virus now hitting, everything has been put on hold. I'm hoping that we can have something done installed with the county approval that could be potentially permanent / portable, where we could take the net down, net up, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, by October 1st. We do. We have some of our staff that was on food and beverage has come out. Judy has done a fantastic job over at the Habitat. She's going out, I believe, 2 or 3 times a week. There's a little bit of a old wives' tale to that. My father, being in the golf business and a superintendent, felt like if you could kick your divot in, especially in the summertime, and not really put sand over it because it suppresses the turf grass to grow. Obviously we want a nice level surface. So a general rule is kick the divot in a little bit with your shoe if you've got a little bit of spikes on the bottom. Fill it up with minimal sand when we do go back to that situation. But yes, we are sending staff out, and they've been fantastic about that, doing divot fills. Yes, we sent out a note not too long ago that you can use your own golf cart for the time being, as long as it's golf course approved, as long as it doesn't have as long as it has golf course tires on it. If you have some of the big knobby tires that you see some of the guys and the gals, they soup up their carts. If they have those tires on there, no, you can't use it. But as of right now, yes, you can. That went out in an email several weeks ago, but we'll reiterate that again too. Oh, good question. What causes you to hit the ground first before you hit the ball when you chip? Well, I've been working with my son Ben, who's 19, and decided that golf is going to be his sport moving forward. He played baseball and football in high school and a little bit of golf growing up, but he and I have been working on that specific thing. It's a great question. Basically what happens when you're setting up, whether you're setting up too far forward in your stance, and sometimes golfers have been told, hey, play it way back in your stance, and the human instinct is like anything else, is to try to help lift. So put the club behind the ball, put your right foot, for your right-handers, your left foot, try to put it parallel to the club face, the lines in the club face. Make sure you're somewhere in the center of your stance to the right side a little bit. Make sure your posture is good. A lot of times I see posture, hands get too low, and then it's I'm in a helping mode, shoulder drops, head drops. If you got an iPhone or a camera on your phone, have someone take a video of you and slow it down and take a look at it, and you can see basically what happens. But those are some of the tendencies we all have. Shoulder drops, head drops, tendency too close to the ball, too far from the ball position. So take a video of it, and I think Mark is going to send out a video soon, or information to send us your 5 to 10 second video, and we'll give you a little feedback towards that through email. And I think Caleb will be working on that soon with Mark. So, you know, we're trying to find things that'll keep you engaged at the golf course and being a part of what we've been able to accomplish over the first several years of operation. And we again appreciate your support. And please don't hesitate to call us at any time. Thank you.